New York Magazine stirring up controversy, accused of cropping out Black attendees of a Trump inauguration event from its recent cover photo. It's headlined The Cruel Kids Table, and it paints a picture of a party where, quote, almost everyone is white. But as some point out on X, New York Magazine literally cropped all the Black people out of this cover photo and then complained that the entire room is white. Greg, this falls into the category of, like, why?
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to play the race card, and they still stacked the deck. They just, like, couldn't. They had a narrative that they had to follow, so they had to, like, make sure it happened. They didn't mention that the host of the party was
C.J.
Black.
Pearson.
Yeah. I think there's something to the envy of this, and that is you're looking at the cover. Those people are having fun, and they're having fun because they're fearless. They're not looking over their shoulder for the cancel culture cop. In fact, they invited the writer to the party because you know why? They don't care. That's the thing. The thing you got to understand is that Dems got to learn not to care about what people say about you on social media. You know, the writer is a gay man in a dress, but no one cares. No one cares. And I think that bothers people whose sole ego gratification is identity. But when you let go of your identity, you see an inclusive party. But if you cling to identity, you're a party of one. And that's no fun, Jessica. Not at all. And I would never crop you out of a picture.
I think you have.
I do.
No. Dana, what do you think?
Well, I was thinking of you as a magazine editor. Like, if that had been on your watch, you would have been furious.
Well, I did do
wouldn't
it.
have let that.
I did that to Destiny's Child.
Oh, that's how Beyonce launched her solo career.
Yes, that's why they broke up, because I cropped out the two other
exactly
girls.
Right. I was thinking about. I was writing down how the coalition under the Trump Republican Party is like if you had the football team, the drama kids, the marching band, the debate team, the smokers, and the nerds all together, and everyone's having a great time. And there was like 10 people who are left on the other side really wanting to join the party but feeling like they can't because they want to hold on to the past so much. And the Democrats are not helped by a media who continues to placate them this way.
Yeah, to that point, Jesse, a New York Mag cover or a big New York Mag story is not for a Gen Z base, right? It's feeding a 40-plus, very liberal audience, and it betrays the election results.
Well, the media used to celebrate young, healthy, good-looking, well-dressed white people having a good time
Like
and drinking together. And now they want to make you ashamed of your skin color and your country and your sex life. Now all the heroes are trans. It's now hot to hate. If you have a piercing or a tattoo, they think that's beautiful. I don't think
that's
so.
over, Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm officially declaring it over.
Okay, good.
And all the models are obese, if you haven't noticed, Jessica. We used to have aspirations to be the high school quarterback who then falls in love with the prom queen. Not anymore, that's cliche. Now it's the transgender migrant who's in a relationship with two teen atheists that are depressed. We are back. We are so back, Jessica. And I guarantee you there's not a single tampon in the men's room at that party.
Judge.
I agree with what everyone has said, but you know
Really?
the amazing
Jesse?
part of this, Jesse, it's like whatever. They created their own story about racism. I mean, it's as simple as that, and yet they're so out of touch. I mean, MAGA had a historic number of blacks, historic number of Hispanics. Big blue cities are voting for Donald Trump, yet they're not journalists, they're political ideologues. They still want to push the narrative that MAGA is all about white people who hate blacks, while they're the ones who crop out the black people in the article. And by the way, the guy who wrote the article, he may wear a dress, I don't know, but he identifies as they, them. And one of his most proud profiles is a profile he did for Dylan Mulvaney. Aww. Okay, so.
He does wear a dress. I looked at the pictures.
You did? How's he look?
Right.
Not good.
We have to leave this important conversation, sadly. Benjamin Hall joins us next on his inspirational new book.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.